Today we learn the secret of education, called the Sava Mikelem. If you listen very well, you could do a hekesh from that, children, students, and yourself also. And the ik is yourself, how to work on yourself.
Hekesh from what to what?
From this thing, you learn a hekesh to all this. The same as saw, you can work on every place.
What's every place?
I said, yourself, your
Every
children,
place in your
every
house, at your car,
yourself, your children, and then students. So today we're learning the secret of education. I say outside and inside. David said to talk outside and inside. We tell you the secret education is if a student or a child doesn't have a goal, he doesn't enjoy it, he won't do it right. He won't do it with complete enjoyment, his feelings like it has to be.
that's not the secret.
There's a metzias.
That's not the secret.
Now, I didn't say the secret yet.
That's the introduction.
I didn't say the secret. Here's the secret. Tells you how to do it.
Okay.
So, second thing, it's impossible to teach a child or a student to really enjoy the deepness of the thing. It's impossible really to teach it because it has to come from the child himself. So basically, if you want to teach him something, that you really cannot teach him. You bring a student into the yeshiva, you want it to him to understand it, it has to come from him. It cannot, to really understand what's going on, it doesn't come from him. It has to come from him. So the goal here has to come from him. Not you teach what you want to teach. Anything you teach is only external, not internal. There's the two things. First thing is you have to go and you have to have enjoyment for the moment. And second thing is you have to know everything you teach is only external, but internal has to come really from himself. He has to understand. One is called Chokhmah, the second one is called Das. To know yourself, the Das is he himself has to know. Understand the premise of the thing. Now you have students and they don't have a seichel. Where's David this again?
Going bathroom.
Don't lose. They lose the part. Go and come back. Don't lose this part. Okay. I like to do. You have it's called to really to understand. And the Botzer Shiur. The Botzer Shiur. Hello. So to understand, if they give over to a student, you have to have is a chokhmah how to do it. It's a chokhmah. What is a chokhmah? Salami Karim tells you. For this pasuk, he's learning the secret how to educate the children. So it says like this. First thing you know that you have to train yourself. First to talk about ourselves, and then talk about the students and child. You have a school choik. It's called, I say chok, rules. Rules, I say, no. A rule without understanding. And these things are very, very deep. Kol chok. Now, when you understand that everything in the Torah himself is very, very deep. But you don't understand it. You come from a stage, from a nakuda, I don't understand. So now, and every part is very deep. Comes out like this. What is our education? Is the teacher has to show you don't understand, and everything is very, very deep. This is the
The
thing.
teacher has to make sure the student to know
Does-
and understand.
Now he knows everything. I give you an example, Moshe.
Okay, who doesn't know everything? The
The
teacher or
student doesn't know.
The student doesn't know.
I will give him Moshe. The Gemara says, Rabbi Israel, Kosha Tikva Mechadit. The Gemara says, what is Kosha Tikva Mechadit? A person learned the Masechta Sochim. I learned Masechta Baba Kama Tziyon. Now I start again to learn. If I learned it before, it's harder than I started from the beginning. Why? Because I think I know it already. I know it. If I know it, so then this is a reason me not to learn. I know it, it means by definition is to go now again and start to see the deepness in it and see it, all the deepness, all the things going on is hard. Because in your head, you're deciding, you know, I know it. I know it. So now this is called a Siba Mafsedis. Also, in all mitzvahs the same. Every mitzvah the same. I want to, let's say, mitzvah of tefillah. You come to shul, I give you a marshal, the first one who comes into the shul, he never been in this base medrash. So he comes in, he looks in the walls, and he sees, and he looks, and he comes to daven. It's not the same time. The first thing came already 10 times, 100 times. It's not the same. That excitement, that the first part, I know it already. And everything. So basically, I know the davening. You know this. So basically, it's in your mind, you're not searching for this, the pneumius of the chutzes, because in your mind you know, and if you know, so they see you don't see the pneumius. Basically, and the start mitzvahs, I don't know. Chukim, I don't understand. Why we start first with the chok, and then we start with the mitzvah? To know the beginning is no, I don't know. I don't really understand what's going on here. It's like, I understand. I know that I don't really understand. I know it's so deep in it, I don't understand. So then I have to work very hard to go to the deepness of the secret of the thing himself. This is one part of the story. But what you do when a person don't understand, he has to go without, the student has to go without understanding. So the Rebbe has to be smart. The Ischakim has to be smart enough that the student has to love him. Because if his student loves him, he will do it even if he doesn't understand it. You see, the same. So to really understand something, to do something again, the first step is I don't know really. So how you do it? If this first step I don't know, is a chok. The first step has to be beginning. I don't know. It's a chok. I don't really understand. So then how you do it? You don't understand that we said a rule before. It's a stila. We said before, if you don't really have a goal or enjoy for the moment, the mind will not, you won't do it. That means if you don't really understand, it means you don't understand. So really you cannot do it right. You cannot do the mitzvah right. It's missing your heart, missing yourself. So how you do it? You have to have a good Rebbe that you love him. So if you love your Rebbe, the Rebbe tells you how to act, what to do. And you do it with a heart of completely. This is a mitzvah. There's no way out of that. So again, as the system is, you have the Rebbe, and you love the Rebbe, and you love the Rebbe, you know, he will tell you he's doing, and he feels like and he knows he loves you. So by definition, you do it with a complete heart, and you'll be happy to see you doing it. So now, and you do it with a desire like you never saw. Because you know, by definition, everything has deepness in it and secrets in every part of the mitzvahs. Every part of because the choy. So the beginning of starting education is what? Starting and knowing is a choy. And choy has tremendously deepness in it. This is the way I teach you. You have a child, 5 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, 100. You're talking about your own self. No, there's a choy. I don't understand, and I have to go. And everything is very deep in it. So how you know you do it? You have a Rabbi who loves you, and he tells you basically, he tells you this and that, and you do it. And you know it, and you know, and the rule is like this. A moment you do it, a lot of times, they will come, and then you really start to get the love in it. After you do it a lot of times, the Esek, Roy Esek, and then you'll get the enjoyment of Avodas Hashem in it. We do get. Now, in education, you have to get over, must get the other person standing on his feet. If not, you have to get to him that he's able to get every mitzvah that will be, everything you do, you know, secrets in it. And because of that, if you remember the Rosh Yeshiva, used to say stories of Rabbonim, of Tzaddikim, every time as a big this time to show you that it's very deepness and everything is so much. You have to know Rashaz, you know, all the stories that tell you that it's not only this little thing, it's so much to do. And not only kavus and eichus and every mitzvah that you're doing, and everything that you're doing here. And that's part of the education. They're able to do that. So now, this is like all this I said now is Agdoma. Introduction. So now, when you read the parts of the piece inside, read it inside, and I want to see the big chiddush how a person starts to educate himself. Now, all that I talked about your children, your friends, son. Now, I'm talking about educating yourself. How you take this, you take yourself and educate yourself. This now this is really the goal. It's not vasisem oisom, you will do it. Not vasisem oisom, you will do it. Now all this I talk, others understand it. It really is how you take the Torah and you make it. So where it starts? With chukim. It starts with rules that you don't really understand. You think you understand why you have to help, why you have to give tzedakah? A mashal. Tzedakah. Everybody knows they give tzedakah. You understand why you do kibud avim, respect your mother and father? People know. It says it's a mitzvah sichlius. But what the Gemara says, if you have the Gemara brings the kasha, it's sichlius. Chazal, why you bring? So why you need the Torah to tell you? Nafkemin is the mother is going to die, and the doctors say kill, and I mean the situation is, and every minute you have to, and a minute she can live. It's a mitzvah kubavet, they make her to live, not to die in a moment. So a lot of situations, the seichel tells you one thing, but the Torah tells you more than the seichel, because everything really in the end comes to this very deepness every part you do. But let's start again. Now we start again for me. What? We start? Now start again the piece inside. Inside now, David inside now. Mitzvah isai tishmeru asisem oisam. V'chosai teleichu v'achakar mitzvah isai tishmeru. First mitzvahs you go, walk, and then mitzvahs you shemer. Kosher. V'chi oyo lichtov. Mekoydem mitzvah shmiyas, beginning how to write down the Torah, how to write the mitzvah of listening. And then mitzvahs that I don't understand. There's logic. First say you understand and not understand. וביארנו כי מהו העניין שנברא אדם מקודם בהור וריק משכל. Why Hashem created a person first is bahar, means there's no mind, ריק, emptiness. משכל, don't understand. ואחר כך יבוא לשכל, then it comes שכל. Why Hashem made that way? לכאורה יותר טוב is better. להפך opposite. שישליש מקודם, first has to be to shoyresh in you, and the gosoy midaka secher, v'gam kiyaski, even when you get older, you won't leave it alone. So why Hashem change opposite has to be? First they make a person stupid, then it makes him smart. Why they make opposite? If it's smart and more smart, why made it that way? Ubiyam. Ki midech ha-seichel, lasus dovo she'ir ha-tachlis or v'shayta. It means physically you get enjoyment. Gam kiyaski, when he gets old, zak lo yasum, and you won't leave it from him. So he said, Ubiyanu, we explain. Ki midech ha-seichel, the way of the seichel, lasus dovo, to do something, has to have two things. Yira tachlis, you have to have a goal, or v'shayta, or you enjoy it for the moment. If you're missing these two things, as well as two things. What? Tachlis, or v'shayta, you don't enjoy it, will be missing. Lo yorev v'nafshel asoisve. You won't enjoy.
Both, or you need one or the other?
What?
You need both or one or the other.
You see, I have a hakira. But I explain you really is, it depends, and zman. You know, it really you need, it's enough, really you need always both.
Both?
No, always you need both b'shleimus. But in zman, and time-wise, you can take one and then the other one. It means, and the shleimus hadova, you need both. But in time-wise, you could start with one and then start with a tachlis and an enjoyment, or start with enjoyment that you can start one and then you get the other one. Enjoy for the moment. I give you an example. When you do tzedakah, charity, and that moment you give a poor person sick, he gave them $100,000 and he made him healthy. How you feel that moment? So that is enjoyment for the moment. But if I tell you, listen, there's Yeshiva boys learning, and I tell you, give $100,000 for the boys to eat. Oh yeah? You don't enjoy it for the moment. You don't enjoy it, you don't feel that way. Because you don't see it for the moment. You don't see the moment. You know, you see, in general, you do a big mitzvah. It says, Ve'ine atachlis ve'nimius olam habo. Now, the tachlis and enjoyment, what does tachlis here means? The end. Ve'neimus olam habo, the soif, like the end. No, it's also two parts. Tachlis also be purpose. You know, tachlis is the end. They look at dictionary. Tachlis has two words for it. The end. What?
The result.
The not result. The end. Like this. The point. Like there's no. They say neimus. Okay, you can say both. The tachlis and neimus, because he said before tachlis, it's make us fits. The tachlis, the goal. Here's the fits better. Goal. The goal and neimus are about einu segas aseichel. That understand by seichel olam haba is not understand. Rak achiroy esek bo. Only after you really get involved in it. Veloy him himself. Arvus me'esek ato yizborach. Is you won't really enjoy it. If you don't stay really zolam haba, you don't really understand. If you don't get into your head carefully that this world is only a posdo, and you only passing through, and the really nice palace and nice fields, and all the is the second world. All the greatness how you get, and the enjoyment of the second world is not even 1 second. 1 second of the second world enjoyment is more than all the enjoyment of this world. Let me give you an example. You take all the enjoyment of all the women in all the world, in 1 second. And all the money in this world in 1 second. And all the power in 1 second. And all the ice cream cake and all the enjoyment. You take all the enjoyment that exists for 6,000 years. You hear this? You take one little thing and 1 second of all the enjoyment that was and will be all the enjoyment that exists in 1 second is not 1 second of enjoyment of the second world. So we don't picture, we don't have our head, we don't really have a picture really what is really the enjoyment of the second world means. We think in the world, this word enjoyment means have a nice car, movie.
Means being home.
What?
Home, really, really a home.
Really a home. The second world is really a home.
That's the real. This is not. This is temporary.
Right? The famous story with the Chafetz Chaim. They came to the Chafetz Chaim. People came from America. Famous story, David. Famous story with the Chafetz Chaim. Couple Americans came to the Chafetz Chaim from America. They came and they see the Chafetz Chaim. They come to the house. They see he has a chair almost broken, a table, and he doesn't have nothing in the house. She says, you're the biggest rabbi in America and Israel. Everybody knows about you from all the world. You have nothing here. What? You're thin air. No one knows about you. Everybody knows about you. You have nothing there. You don't even have a cushion. You have a chair and a table there. She says, the Chafetz Chaim says, I'm passing through. All this thing I'm only passing through. I'm going. It's not my here. I am Olam Haba. This world is only I'm passing through. So I don't need to see, you don't see me now. You see me later. Later you see me. That, they came to the daughters of the Chafetz Chaim. They said the story. They said, why all my friends have nice clothes for Shabbos and beautiful clothes. And you, because you have learning Torah all day, you don't have the best clothes. You know what that says. So Chafetz Chaim says, you'll be here one day you understand it. That you my learning Torah will be more valuable. Everybody knows. Everybody say, listen, wow, you're the daughter of the Chafetz Chaim. You enjoy more than that than have all the clothes from the moment. It means to really understand Olam Haba, the enjoyment of Olam Haba, you don't really understand. It's missing it. So what he says, how you get this understanding? How we get the understanding what is Olam Haba? כי אנו רואים, ואנחנו רואים כי כל לימוד יש בו חיצוניות ופנימיות. Everything has external and internal. וזה חוכמה, מהחוכמה כלבס מרבה. חוכמה יגיע לפעמים רבי. ודאס יעבון אז פנימיות עד חוכמה. אשר אין אפשר למסור לתמיד עובד. The das you cannot get from your רבי. כן איזה כוח על סבורה בדיבור חיצוני. You cannot explain it. How you explain it? Internal things impossible to explain it. There's no words to explain it. רק צורך להיות maybe מדעת, you understand, וזה תלוי בעיקר בחפץ הלימוד. You try to הלימוד. You have to desire to learn. ואז תורך לנפש דומינימוס הפנימי. Then you really understand it. And this is Chazal say, לא לימד מה שלי בחפץ, you have to learn what your heart wants. מטעם הנ"ל. Why? Because when you want, then you understand it. Im kain, like all this like a ekesh. Now it tells you a result. Im kain. In the beginning, you don't understand what is Olam Haba. Because if you really understand what is Olam Haba, this world is only, you understand the different concept, you start to change your life, you start to really over the Hashem. How you get the das to really understand what is Olam Haba? Beginning Hashem created a person without seichel. To know, to do something without really seeing the end. A das will be the das moiro, this Rabbi, teaches him the way of Chochmah. The teacher has to teach him to make him smart, to moshech his talmidim, to love him. They're able to accept his words. Those them chayvetz v'tzimcha, they would do a desire with happiness. Tell himself. It means it's not enough I tell the student, listen, David, listen. I told him what to do. No. What he has to do, Mao? What he has to do? He has to come from himself to understand. The end, it's not me teaching it, and there has to come the end, the student, my son, by himself, he will come to it. then they'll be successful. When they understand it themselves, they Yisrael, then they get the chokmah. They'll grow in Ma'alamela. V'nana ro'im see Abu G'dai I show you I loved you. V'tichul Yisroch alai nitnagit you're able to rely on me. That like I train you. V'nachu ro'im ki odom oisib avodah ino maybe I'm also we don't understand it. K'ma v'yisab kippurim. K'ma oisib ba'avo v'dvekus. Yanki yodev sod God. I know there's a secret in it. Mashiach mishpat gvul chasodim. Ain't a davar kol kach yanki usayu shem musa. I know something I really understand it. I don't really work on it. Aber be'emes nuchal akish muchukim shesodish dali rozirot michanavim chukim to do for that all the cases. Ki yavi made a sodish nil kinatu mishpat. So it means like this. What is the point is, if you tell me now the word of the piece of 7 says like this. We have a tremendously, Olam Haba, tremendously, everyone has a tremendously coming to Olam Haba, and tremendously pleasure you can get from it. But it comes from training. So Chukim will help us to understand really what is Olam Haba. Really understand how much, because Chuk I don't understand. Olam Haba I don't understand, but later if I work it out, then I get the enjoyment, and then the same thing is do all the mitzvahs like Chukim, and the secret in it, like Avodah Zarah Kippur, you work on it, and now we're able to get you to really understand what is Olam Haba. So here's a rule of education, teaches you the secret of education. They have to know everything has a secret in it. The kid feels, I know everything. You lost education already. I know everything, it means you lost education. It's not really that he doesn't really understand it. I know everything. I know. You're not really know nothing. You have to show him that everything has deepness in it. And every mitzvah, and every tefillah, and every Hashem is deepness, and Torah is deepness, and every part is deepness in it. So when you educate him and show him that, then he starts and really, then he can understand himself. They really get the main goal in the end that he sees Olam Haba. Again, what is the goal in the end? That every student and every child will get the secret, the deepness of Olam Haba. That Olam Haba is a tremendous enjoyment like you never saw. And you have to have that goal. What do you have that goal? The goal is Olam Haba. Every mitzvah you do, you build a palace of Olam Haba. Every word of Torah you say, in 1 minute you do 200 mitzvahs. And in a quarter of an hour you make 3,000 mitzvahs. In a quarter of an hour, 3,000 mitzvahs you do. In 1 hour, you do how many mitzvahs? You do 1,200 mitzvahs. Make yourself, try again, picture every mitzvah you do. Chesed, this and that, every mitzvah you can do. How much Olam Haba you get from it. And you work on it and try to enjoy B'ezrat Hashem Olam Haba. And B'ezrat Hashem, when you get that tachlis clear to you, it's real Olam Haba in a place, and then you get the biggest enjoyment later. So then today, we enjoy everything today also, B'ezrat Hashem. All Hashem.